Hey friends, big day today. We are announcing the gender of our baby to come. Stay tuned. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of Heel Squad. Very excited to be with you today. I'm joined by my lovely husband, Keven Undergaro. Welcome, honey.
Hello.
He's here for a reason.
I think it is about a gender reveal.
Honey, we're not doing a gender reveal.
No?
Friends, I don't really love gender reveals.
Why?
But we are going to tell you
No,
what
the
we're
best
having.
ones are the ones that cause catastrophes, explosions. Those are my favorite.
That's why we're not doing that.
Yeah, why always taking away all the fun?
I think I've gotten really tired of all the gender reveals. We'll get to that in a second. First, our quote of the day. With every newborn baby, a little sun rises. That is Irmgard Erath. So, friends, that is our quote of the day, and we are talking newborns because we are going to be having a baby, and we are going to reveal the gender on this episode today. Mostly because we can't.
I have the propane tanks out there ready.
Honey.
No, I've got the, what? I've got all the gas cans lined up.
We can't hold it in
anymore. It's
anymore.
going to be amazing.
And we keep slipping up and telling people accidentally. So I just said to him, we just got back from Hawaii. I said, we have to just do this and finally be done, because I also don't know what to refer to the baby. Sometimes I'm like, well, when we get it, it's just it. And I don't want it to be it anymore.
And of course, I'm from the school of WC.
Who cares?
Who cares? So people ask me, I'm like,
well,
I'm not supposed to say.
I wanted it to be
and then I'll
a
say to them,
surprise.
do you really want to know?
You've been telling people behind my back. I know you have.
A couple of people here and there that I'm close to that just like, come on.
You're close to everybody.
I am. This is what's very special about me.
The Starbucks barista.
I happen to be very
after
close.
1 minute,
with
you're
Sean.
So close.
Thank you. Shout out to Sean.
No, Sean is our coffee bean friend.
Oh, he's not Starbucks. You're right.
No.
Coffee bean barista / friend.
We love Sean.
I don't go to the Starbucks here.
Okay, let's get to the real important stuff. First, friends, we are so grateful for our partnership with Macy's. If you haven't gone to Macys.com/Heel Squad, go to it. I have all my curated selects there. I actually wore a few of the items that are on there on our recent trip to Hawaii. Got a lot of compliments, not gonna lie. My cover-up that you liked so much, my little blue cover-up.
You looked real good. I
Thank
said maybe
you.
a little too good.
Okay. I had my black sarong. So I have a bunch of things on there because summer is upon us. I also have Mother's Day gifts and so much more there. So don't forget to check it out. And what else do we have to make sure we mention? Monday Motivations and Intentions are teeny 5-minute or so podcast to get your Monday set off right. We have some amazing episodes there. You can download it on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, 2 to 5 minutes and just kind of set you up for the day, or we say eventually maybe the week.
Yeah.
And then eventually maybe set you up for the month. Maybe
Hopefully.
set you up for the year. And then, Kelsey, what do we say? Monday. We're making Monday the new what?
The new Wednesday, Keven.
Yes.
Why is Monday the new Wednesday?
Well, it's like, why dread Monday? Look at it like it's Wednesday and you're halfway through the week.
Okay, what do you do on Sundays then? Because I know Kelsey gets the Sundays.
We're not there
Kevin and I
yet.
don't like
We're
to talk
not
about
there
Sundays.
yet. Maria, please, can we just work on Monday being the new Wednesday and then we'll get there.
Okay, we'll get there.
Thursday's the new Friday for most people. Thursday's practically a Saturday.
You guys
these
are
days.
confusing me. We did just get back from Hawaii though, and we had a really, really nice trip. It's funny, when I booked it, I booked a 7-day trip, which is a big deal for us. We don't usually do that. Some of our like adventure trips, like when we've gone to Italy, had to be longer had to be that long because you're going international. But I was for sure Kevin was going to say, let's leave early. Most beach vacations, I feel like, with a few exceptions, we've left early because we're like, we don't know what to do with ourselves.
We get too anxious.
Yeah, we started getting better about it.
Yeah.
But this was the first trip, and I told the nice gentleman at the front desk as I checked out, I said, this is the first trip that Kevin and I have been on that he actually said, I don't want to go home.
I didn't want to go home. No.
We had the best time. And so we went to Maui, and we had never been to Maui. I'd been to the main island, was it Oahu in Hawaii?
I don't
think it
remember.
was
I just
Oahu
know
that
we went to see Jack Lord's Condo, my favorite actor from the original Hawaii Five.
Was that in
The
Oahu?
the only McGarrett, excuse me, no offense to anyone else. And we went to see his condo,
Yep.
which was there, and it was a really big moment for me.
Yes, it was. You're so weird.
Okay, but this time
We went to Maui.
We
this
went to
time.
Maui,
And now we know why everyone says Maui is magical.
and you know the beach we were on is ranked nationally as
The
the
number
best
one beach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe in the world, not even
It
in the
was
United
in the
States,
country for sure.
which I agree with.
So Kevin's a pool man.
I'm a
He's
pool man.
not an ocean man.
Kelsey, I'm a pool man. I'm not an ocean man.
I actually didn't know that. Yeah.
I'll tell you, the water was so clear and warm and beautiful. It was stunning.
No
and we
rocks or
actually-
seaweed.
None.
Just enough waves to be fun, not enough to be intrusive.
Yes, we actually had fun. The best was, so we're huge 90 Day Fiancé fans, as you may know by watching the show. And so Kevin kept imitating this woman who's dating Osama in the ocean. I almost drowned a million times
By the way,
laughing.
what's her name?
I don't know.
Osama's 22. She's 67. And they're both artists. They came together on their poetry.
Yep.
And yeah, I feel like it's all of her interviews open with, well, Osama. Like she just loves saying his name, and she says it with
Her name is Debbie.
Debbie.
Oh, Debbie,
So
that's right.
you're bringing it up because yes, every time the waves would come in, I would say I would be imitating
This is
Debbie.
the Osama I've been waiting for.
Yeah, and then the waves would hit me. Knock
And
me
we would
ashore.
start to drown. I couldn't take it. Anyway, the water was so beautiful. We stayed at the Westin Hotel, so we are
By the
now.
way, shout out to the Westin.
Yeah,
Because again, this is me. I don't love vacations. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
I like ones where we can see history. I love that. But I'd rather be working and doing other things.
yeah. We
And-
haven't had a beach vacation in a long time.
And but man,
And I'm a snot with vacations.
you are a vacation snob.
I am a
you
vacation
and
snob.
Meredith, yeah, you guys are definitely.
Well, because I also never had a long time to go away. So it was always like a 3-day thing. And it just had to be perfect because I was, taking
so we
precious
preface this by
time.
saying two very difficult people to please. you and I.
For me, vacations, I'm going to be honest, I am very difficult to please on a vacation. I need it to be a certain way, and they blew my expectations away.
Well, first of all, the beach was amazing, like we said.
Yeah.
But the food, that's the best food I've ever had, ever. What was the name of the restaurant? there?
Waikoko. So
Yeah.
Waikoko had 2 Michelin chefs. We ate everything on the menu because we literally loved it so much. We ate breakfast and dinner there
Here's the
every
thing.
day.
Yeah, we're not good at, we only ventured off once, which we should talk about when we went to church.
Yeah.
But other than that, we ate there you're right.
Well, we had Terry, who is the general manager. She was our friend.
Yep.
And she's a fan of the show. And so, by the way, I highly encourage you, come say hi if you see us out in public. Anytime any of the Heal Squad members stop us and say hello, we love it. We were at breakfast recently here in our neighborhood, and someone came up and said hello, and they were nervous. I'm like, never be nervous. Always say hi. And by the way, if you sport your merch, I wore my Heal Squad merch there, then I can spot you. And you can be spotted by other Heal Squad people too, which is, I think, really cool.
Yeah, that was fun, actually. A lot of people came up and weren't that shy, I
Yeah.
thought.
Yeah, they were really nice. I love saying hi to people. So we're creatures of habit too. So if it works, they clean their oil. I know this is crazy. Kelsey, I don't know if you've gotten to this place yet. You're still young. But I've now learned how much oil
Diet-wise, Kelsey, with your stomach and your candida. But
oil
yeah.
hurts me health-wise. So there are certain places, even in our neighborhood, that are really high-end and amazing. They don't clean their oil. And I get sick, and I get, the special things that happen in the bathroom happen.
And
And
it's usually crappy oil too. It's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
It's not olive oil. It's not your dad's olive oil that he gets from Greece. It's like It's the cheap stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it kills.
so
yeah.
Terry said that they changed the oil twice a day. And I could tell because I wasn't getting sick. I usually can't breathe after I eat at a restaurant that doesn't clean their oil. So the food was outstanding. I definitely cheated a little. They have Hawaiian rolls. Okay. They would make fresh Hawaiian rolls with salt on the top. How could you say no? Even me, and you know how, crazy dedicated I am to my health. I had some rolls and they were amazing. And then I saw on the breakfast menu that they had French toast made with their fresh rolls. So then I had to have
the French toast was the best French toast I've ever had in my life.
ever.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was stupid. It was so good. They had a short rib breakfast egg thing that was amazing. They had volcano spiced potatoes that were crack. Everything was so good. So for me, vacation, the food has to be amazing. And I want like comfy chairs and like a good beach situation. And great drinks. So the drinks were outstanding, right? I did Bloody Marys because they were a little better.
I got overserved on tropical monkeys.
And then the spa was ridiculous.
The spa. Yeah, I mean, by the way, I hate. First of all, it seems so bougie to go off on all this stuff, and secondly, it just seems like it's just an ad. But thanks to you, we've been to all the spas all over the world.
The best.
This was the best. These are the best
guys
treatments.
Okay, I wanted to
shout out to the Hawaiian people. I think
Carolina. I told Carolina that I wanted to be a secret spa reviewer all my life because I know what people want and I know what people need and I know the atmosphere you need to create. I also know how to do that with parties. So parties, you have to have the lights dimmed. I've done a whole episode on how to throw a really great party. But the same thing is with a spa. You have to have the right atmosphere, the right lighting, everything. So you walk in, the lighting's perfect. The bed has the heated, covers underneath, and then they put heated blankets on top of you. They do the warm, wet towel down your back when they're done. And then when they flip you, and they use cocoa butter, which just smells like chocolate on your body, and it's natural and healthy for you. And then when they flip you and they do all the scalp stuff or whatever, they wrap your whole head in this warm, wet, like warm, moist towel. You're in this like mummy cocoon. And then they do the same thing.
You're basically swaddled.
Yeah, you're swaddled. Then they swaddle your hands and your feet. And you're like, what the hell is happening? This is the greatest thing that ever happened in my life. That was the spa.
So did Keven actually enjoy this?
We did couples.
I did.
And we did for all of our spa treatments. Sometimes I don't do it because it can be distracting. But we did all 3 treatments because we had to add another one. we set up 2 and then we had to add up a third one because it was so good. I'm like, we can't leave the island without a third one. But we did them all together, which was fun. Mm-hmm. And then they had like a special spa pool that was really beautiful and modern and cool. And then they had this like VIP area called the Lanai where you could have drinks and kind of have like a more like Soho House, if you know what that is in LA, more of like a VIP members club area. So that was really nice. The gym was amazing. And then the other thing that's really cool is, and this is why this is going to be such a great partnership between Heal Squad and Weston, because we have very aligned goals. They want you to be able to go to their resort and leave better than you came. And funny enough, this is no lie. This morning I'm in the kitchen and I'm like, how come I feel so rested? How come I'm not exhausted? We did have a long trip back. We had a few delays. We unpacked completely last night. We didn't go to bed till probably 11:30. And I woke up so rested today and I felt so good. And now I realize as I'm saying this, that what they want is actually what happened. You can get their workout lending gear program. So you have your bala bangles and your yoga mat. So I had that all set up in the room and I would do some stretches in the morning and some light workout stuff. They have their run paths that people are running. So like I'll wake up in the morning and I see everyone doing their activities outside. There were workout classes and there were jogs. Yoga, everything. And then they have these hyper ice kits where they give you a Theragun and the vibrating balls. when you get off a plane and you're all tight and whatever, and you get to your hotel and you can have a Theragun.
Like we did, yeah.
It was amazing. I used it almost every
I
night.
have a Theragun here in a box. Never opened it. Now it's, gonna get set up. Thanks.
Now we're setting it up because
it
it's
was
so
amazing.
good.
That's a really good idea. Yeah, when you get off, we have friends to avoid jet lag. They claim first thing they do is work out a massage rather than go to bed.
Which is what we kind of did that day.
Yeah, and then it sets them for the week.
Yeah.
So, it's really great that they provide that.
And then we had like a almost 360 view, verandas everywhere of, the ocean and the resort. Guys, it is so vibrant there. It's so blue. It's so green. It's so like, you're going to think I filtered my photos when you see my photos. You're going to think I filtered them, but I didn't. They are literally that insanely beautiful. And we saw these rainbows. So I thought I had seen all rainbows in life, right? You see the one, you see the double, you're freaking out. We saw a mini ocean rainbow that just went boop. Maybe like if you were to think about it, only went a couple feet off the ocean, a little teeny guy. And then all of a sudden it became an on top of the ocean rainbow. So it literally laid on the ocean. There was no rainbow in the sky. I've never seen that before. We were freaking out.
It looked like you photoshopped it. I saw the picture and I was like,
right?
There's no way.
Yeah.
You looked photoshopped. And the colors, like everything was so vibrant. It was nuts.
Oh my God. And then I found out, so we went on this catamaran trip. So we got this private catamaran, took us out for like a 2 or so hour adventure. We saw the last of the whales. It was the last day of whale season. So we have video of the whale tail popping up and the air popping up.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. There's a specific time where they know when the whales come in from Alaska. I got the whole scam.
Yeah.
And then they come here and they mate. They come there and they mate to Maui.
And then they go back up to Alaska for food.
Yeah, and this was they have it down to the exact amount of days that they're there and they leave. And we were there for the last day or so.
We got the last sighting. There was a mom and a baby and a dolphin. So we were freaking out, but they taught us, the crew. So we had Ava, Tanner, and Matt, and they taught us about moonbows. So friends, there's a whole other rainbow you didn't know about. So I just taught you about 2 more. When it rains at night in Maui, you get moonbows.
Moonbows.
Rainbows at night. To me, I think I would die. That would make me so happy to see one of those. Anyway, I snorkeled. Keven watched me. He didn't want to do it.
Oh.
I snorkeled just at, we went on a sunset sail and I saw 2 massive turtles. And one of them you'll see in the video is literally, my arm couldn't even extend out because I would have touched him. He was right next to me. I was freaking out. It was so cool. And I wanted to touch him, but then I was like, no, I don't think it's appropriate. Then I get off the boat and I found out it's illegal.
Yeah.
So I was like, thank God I didn't. But anyway, I guess I'd get cuffed and go to Maui prison and be fine. Maui's a good place to.
I mean, if you're going to go to jail, why not Maui?
Yeah. And then so the other thing was, it was Greek Easter week. And I didn't realize it when I booked that time, but it was actually really cool because I have had to travel for work during Greek Easter, and it's forced me to go to new churches. Like the one in New Orleans, I guess, was the first Greek church in the whole country. And that was really special to get to be there for that. This time we went to a church in Maui. It was just like 13 of us in this little church. And
13 people and it was Orthodox people, not merely Greeks.
Yeah,
you had
all
Russian,
Orthodox.
Yeah, and
Romanian.
13
everything.
people, and yet probably one of the more poignant and touching of the Greek Easters I've ever been to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Priest was wonderful.
Yeah, he asked if anybody wanted to read part of the service, so I read
There was
a little bit.
There was enough of, he just had so many beautiful messages. He was so kind. And we're in this little church, which wasn't even a Greek church. It was a Protestant church that they share with them because there's just not enough people.
Yeah.
And to think, there were people from Russia, there were people from Ukraine, all these different people getting together, 13 of us, to celebrate Orthodox Easter. And Kelsey, if that wasn't enough, that would fulfill 90% of my wishes. I had to have some comedy. So we had
my
some
God.
old know-it-all there so the sweet priest who was actually, he get this, he was a theoretical physicist and he had just retired and he was in the seminary. So he wasn't a full priest yet, but don't worry. My old fathead who was there, no.
He told them.
No,
Yeah.
one more. No, no.
He was
Cristo
telling him what
Nesti.
to
You're supposed to
do.
say it 3 times. Oh, okay, keep going. Oh, the whole and
Can you imagine?
and
the
I was
priest
like-
was
Yeah,
so
I
patient,
can
but
imagine.
kept
the priest
interrupting him to telling him how to do his
the
job.
whole time, and Maria was getting so upset, and I was
you
like,
were
"No,
laughing?
please keep going. Please don't stop."
I got upset.
You actually didn't get upset in the
No,
moment.
I didn't get
No,
upset
but
at all.
at the end, you said, "What was this guy doing interrupting?"
No, I didn't.
Wait, did you find it as hilarious as I did?
No, I didn't care. Either way, I was focused on what I was doing.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I needed a little laughter in my life. Jesus wanted me to laugh. So that guy came to provide the laughter.
Yeah.
And then, by the way, and so great. Monkey wrench, monkey wrench, monkey wrench. He's monkey wrenching the whole service. And by the way, it's a long service. It's not like it's 20 minutes. And then the most powerful part at the end, he just walks away.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I don't need this. I'm so amazing.
It was crazy. But it was fun because we rented a car at some point because we knew we had to go to church. And we drove around and it was fun to kind of see a little bit of the island. And it's just one main road that goes around, I guess. Like that's all we saw. We went to see, the other thing that was cool is we actually went to look at houses because we're like, can we move here? And there are these homes in this coffee field. And the first thing I said to the guy, because it was a gorgeous home, I said, do they spray toxic stuff on the coffee? And he goes, no, but they do use some weed killer. And that's when I realized, yeah, all of our coffee is really probably not taken care of properly.
That's why I got like crazy obsessed with finding the good, non-toxic, non-mold organic coffee.
Isn't that, I mean, I don't know, is it Bulletproof that is one of them?
Bulletproof is
is
a good
one.
one. Yeah, because Dave was like really obsessed with that. And then there's a couple other that I know I've talked about on a different show, but it's true. They're so.
But do
if
you see
think-
the difference now when you go get coffee down the street?
Absolutely. I don't get coffee out, which is kind of like every now and again for a treat. But no, I like making my own. Like,
Yeah.
and it's crazy. Even my nice beans, you leave it out in the little like thing for a day and it gets mold like that. Like it's
I
kind of
never
wild.
even knew that.
Yeah.
So you have to be really.
I think that's why
good.
when I got back on it recently for that like little 2-week period, I was so ill and not okay. And I think my body just is rejecting anything like that. So
Sanka's real good too.
Sanka?
Yes.
What an old reference. Kelsey would never know that.
Oh, Sanka's
that?
real. I'm sure if you check it out, it's
It's good.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
So anyhow, we had a really amazing trip. And we got some good rest in. I will say it was great because the first 2 or 3 days, it was still spring break. So there was a lot of people. It was like 80% occupancy. And then on the third day, everyone left. And it was like 50% occupancy. And we were cruising from then on. It was like, ooh, we got the place to ourselves. It was amazing. So now we're going to make it our annual trip. Don't tell anybody, but mid to late April is the time to go.
We also met a nice couple that had a 11-week-old baby.
I
And they gave us really
know.
good advice.
They were in the spa. They have an 11-week-old baby with them. And the baby was already sleeping 9 hours a night. And I'm like, God bless you guys. You're on a trip already. And they were taking pictures like baby's first, vacation and all kinds of things like that. But I was like, you guys are our new inspiration. But we did see a lot of people with young babies. And I think for us, we were on this trip literally reading baby books. So I was reading 12 Weeks to 12 Hours Sleep by Susie Giordano, who we should have on the show. And then Keven was reading
Baby Whisperer.
The Baby Whisperer.
Yeah, by the late, great, I think, Sarah Hogg.
Yeah. And I learned so much, but you know, when you see people out now with babies, when you know you're having one, it really,
You have to stop. I always
you
stop.
got to ask all the questions.
Wait, tell me that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So,
everyone has a different way of doing it. Everyone has a different way of getting there. I'm sure. I see you preparing. I keep cautioning you to say, you know, I don't know. Not that you can over prepare, but I think you can stress so much about it that that's not healthy either. I just, like I said, there's people out there who just wing it and they do just fine. And everyone has a different way.
yeah.
You know,
Well,
everyone has a different way.
my goal is next April to go back to the West in Maui with our baby. And I think that'll be great. So, friends, I am also announcing our partnership with Westin Hotels. And like I said, can't be a better partnership because their goals are very much in line with ours. Their whole thing is eat well, move well, sleep well. They really want to encourage their guests to focus on their health. And that's what we're doing here every day. So it's going to be a really great marriage. And now we've been to the resort and we love it. And so, oh, and the heavenly bed, cannot say enough. It's so hard to go to a hotel for me. Another problem I have as I've gotten older, my back, my neck. Wow, I sound like such an old lady. But anyway, everything was so comfortable. So comfortable. And they think of everything in the rooms. They have everything you need. They make everything easy. So, yeah. Shout out.
Shout out to the Western Maui, man.
Shout out to the Western Maui. So, now.
So Kelsey, I know you got the gunpowder. Francisco's out there with the gas tanks. Okay,
we are
got
locked
the torches.
and loaded.
Yeah.
That's right.
So
What?
I am like a weirdo.
Well, I got to light this thing up.
Because
I have a giant explosion.
I never wanted like the big wedding because I didn't love all that went into it, all the stress that went into it. Luckily, I ended up with 2 weddings somehow, and they were completely stress-free. And I didn't have to do any of the things I didn't want to do. And the same thing with baby. Like, I'm not having a baby shower, though a couple of my friends are now texting me, we have to have a baby shower for you. Please let us throw you a baby shower. So I got to deal with that. But, you know, I don't know why I'm so weird about all this stuff. But even the gender reveals, I see them on Instagram and there's such big to-dos. And I don't know, I guess I'm just not that person.
You don't like it when people get maimed and injured and all. It's awesome.
Honey.
Okay.
Those are extreme cases, but I just am different. I don't know.
No. Okay.
I'm a little like.
Let me explain this to you.
I think I've been social media'd out for a long time anyway.
That's what it is. But empathy for the people that have those events.
No, I'm just saying I don't.
Well,
that's not my thing.
Well, let me tell you why it is people's things to help you understand.
I know why it's because it's exciting for them and it's
fun.
their moment, and I get my moment all day long. It's the same reason why I've said I never cared about the wedding. I'm like, I get to be a princess, let's say, in a sense. When I go to the Oscars, when I go to the Emmys, I get to wear the gown. I get to have the moment. You know, for people who don't have that, that's their one day. Of course, I get why people do it, but for me, I'm just a little weird.
One more thing. See?
What?
Just what I know you don't name drop on this show like I name drop on Regular Guy Friday, but may I, Kelsey, do one name drop?
Look at you just plugging Regular Guy Friday.
Ryan, your co-star from
Ryan McPartlin.
From Holiday Fix Up.
Yeah.
He told me why showers are important.
Why?
Because I was saying all the stuff of like, oh, the setup, the invitations. I said, you know, Ryan, and it's just, it always ends up with me on a ladder. It's just, you know what I mean? Multiple trips, I get whatever. And then all I'm doing is working the event. And I don't, anyway. He said, it's not about that. It's about all the love. That you receive and that the baby receives and all that really good energy that comes in.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. And that really was profound to me. That made me say, oh, I get it now.
Yeah, of course. I get it. I know why people do it. I'm just weird. I'm like, it just seems like so much work and so much stress. And I'd rather be peaceful and calm. But the gender reveal, you know, everyone's like, are you going to do a gender reveal? I'm like, no.
Okay.
But
well, you said no, but Kelsey and I, whatever.
Tune into RGF.
We've got the gun. We've got the gunpowder.
everything.
I've got it all.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do we do this? I will say our nursery is almost done, and we are so blown away. We realize that it's the only room that's done in the house. Every other room is just hardwood floors and a couple pieces of furniture. We've never focused on making it a warm home because
It's been a Klingon ship.
it's been, we've had too many crises to deal
All
with.
about battles.
And we have so many dogs that we're going to pee on the rugs and we got to get rid of rugs. And so little by little, the warmth was stripped, whatever warmth was there. But this nursery is so warm and so beautiful. And it's done by the beautiful Cynthia and Wes who did our studio here. Shout out to them.
Kelsey, 4 flat panel TVs. So for when football's on, all the games.
In the nursery.
Damn.
Yes.
The baby's going to love that.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to love that reveal.
Yep.
So, and we have our first baby class that we're taking this Saturday. We're really excited. We're going to learn how to swaddle and do all those things. So I'm trying to get in a bunch of stuff before we travel again because we're taking my dad to Greece for a bucket list party. And then, in the summer we'll have a baby. So we'll have to do
Maria,
a lot of this now.
May I add, we have a very exciting week of programming all for the baby.
Yes.
So May 22nd, I'm really excited because I'm not having a child anywhere near soon, but I feel like I've learned a lot already. Mm-hmm. So I'm really excited. So May 22nd, it's going to be like a week dedicated to baby week and learning and growing. So I'm excited for y'all to listen to that.
Yep.
Even if you aren't having a child or don't have one, you'll still love it.
And we'll have some really fun surprise guests as well. So, without further ado, I can't say, guys, do you think you know what we're having? Because you already know. I will say a lot of people have guessed right. There have only been 1 or 2 people who have guessed incorrectly.
No, I've heard some
Yeah?
incorrect guesses.
Okay. And it's funny because when we were on live with Kelly, I didn't realize that the dress I picked was blue. I mean, technically it's periwinkle, but I wore a blue dress. Everyone was like, she's having a boy, but we're having a girl. So we are very excited to announce that we have a baby girl coming.
Little Gertrude.
Honey, her name is not Gertrude.
We haven't, I just said temporary. I put it on the paperwork.
Okay, perfect.
If we come up with something better, I don't know what's going to be better than that.
And we do have a name picked out.
Gertie.
We do have a name picked out. We've been thinking about names for years because, as you may or may not know, this has been almost a 10-year journey for us. So we've thought about names forever. And I think we've come up with the perfect name for this baby. But I do reserve the right to seeing her and making any last-minute decisions.
Kelsey?
Gertrude Mona Menounos.
Mona.
Stunning.
Honey, Mona.
It's nice.
Wasn't it Mona on Three's Company?
It might have been a Mona.
Yeah. No. It was the one with Judith Light. Judith Light, who's the boss, was Mona.
Oh.
That was the mom.
Yeah,
Yep.
because it would be a mom. Mm-hmm. Some of these names are from yesteryear.
I will
Bertha,
say, I had a psychic
gone.
tell me that this baby is my mom from another life. I was like, ooh. So initially, well, that doesn't matter. Actually, I don't need to bring that up. But yes, we're having a girl. So we're going to cut to the shot. We have the balloons.
Maria, will she be allowed to be on social media?
No. We'll get to that in a second. But I want to show you guys
Kelsey,
the little...
get Gertrude Menounos, please, at Gertrude Menounos for Instagram.
The little elephant, the pink elephant,
The pink elephant in the room.
the first baby gift I have bought for my daughter. We were shopping recently in one of those baby stores and I saw it, and I love elephants. And the only thing I don't know, and Natasha will probably know because she's a mom, they say that you have to have, excuse me, newborn safe toys, I believe it would be newborn safe. It's very little and soft. But these are the things you have to consider. There's so many things to know when you have a baby. But as long as it's safe, it's her first toy that I'm buying her. And Keven declined the opportunity to buy our daughter a gift that day, just so you guys all know, for the record.
Yep.
Cheapskate.
I'm shocked by
Yep.
that, actually.
He decided to buy another car instead. No, I'm
Thank you,
kidding.
Natasha.
I bought her.
He bought her a car.
I bought her first Pinto.
Honey.
Oh, she's
Yes,
going to love that.
She's gonna Gertie's gonna be so cute in her Ford Pinto. She's gonna be amazing.
Honey,
Cutie
stop
girl.
saying that name. You're
What?
going to like stick it somewhere.
It's at Gertrude Menounos. If you guys
I already
want to
started the
begin
account.
following,
Started her
look out
TikTok, too.
Northwest. Is that right?
Look out, Northwest.
Here comes
Yes.
Gertie Menounos.
It's actually kind of cool. I like Gertie.
I'm telling you.
Gertie's cool.
Guys, I actually have a question. And
Yes.
I don't know if you know the answer yet, but like, speaking of Gertie Menounos, is she gonna? Whose last name is she taking?
Well, this was a big discussion.
Yeah.
I will
Are
say-
we saying this today?
I will say, yeah, why not? Keven, Keven had wanted to take my last name when we got married, and we never ended up doing it because he joked that Zoe Saldana's husband took his idea first.
Stole my scam.
And he's like, it's not original anymore. I
I'm
can't do
out.
it.
And for that reason,
But
out.
Gertie, no.
little Gertie.
Our daughter will have his
Gertie
last
Mono
name
Menounos.
within the name, but it'll be Menounos.
You know, I wanted to. It's funny because I like my mom was, was a feminist, and for the right reasons. And
There are wrong reasons.
I think yes, when it's toxic and you want to hurt other people, but for the right reasons.
Also, can we say your mom is a feminist?
She is. You're right. Thank you, mother.
Yeah.
And Kelsey, Kathy's gonna be so happy. You said
Okay,
that.
carry on to the
She
positive
is,
stuff.
but I think so. It's. I saw my dad support her, and then I supported her. I've always supported you, and I think it's like I have to put my money where my mouth is, and so for me, it wasn't as important. So for you, and I've always said this even about religions. If the religion's important to one party, and not so much to the other, then we go with the religion of the one that's more important to. I think I see a lot of couples where ego gets in the way, and they say, "Nah." So to me, it's partly, as I said, to be in line with, I think, progression, and then I think also it doesn't matter as much to me, and I think obviously you've done great with the Menounos name. That's not going to hurt either.
So that's the story.
And I also like, the whole Gertrude Mona Menounos has this nice Mona
Honey.
Menounos. You know what I mean? But Mona was too close to Maria, so middle name.
I can't.
Yeah,
I can't,
Kelsey
you guys.
understands.
I am so excited though that we can finally say this and people can finally know and we don't have to hide it anymore, because though I wanted it to be a surprise, like that day, I really wanted it to be a surprise for my dad because I wanted to be surprised. And our amazing IVF doctor, Dr. Wendy Chang, accidentally told me what we had for babies. And so then once I knew, it was like, okay, well, what are you going to do? So I wanted him to be surprised, but we slipped while he was here visiting. And I didn't think he caught it, but he did. So now it's like, we might as well.
Yeah, but no, remember, I'm going to tease this. We still, in the months, maybe years to come, we have a gender reveal for our embryos in the freezer.
Yes.
So we're going to do something for them too.
For them, we can do the fireworks and
I was
stuff.
talking to a friend, Kelsey, who has embryos, and I said, well, don't you think, like sometimes I think of, oh my God, my children are in a freezer somewhere. I have to get them out. Typical civilian Catholic mentality. This guy was far more involved. He's like, no, I don't think like that. He's like, eat them for all I care. he had so many
I know who you're
kids,
talking about,
and the
yeah.
wife wants more. He's got like 4 kids, and she's like, yeah. She's like, oh, but he's
Honey.
like, no way. He's like, no, I don't think of them at all.
They're already 4 weeks old. Their little lives.
That's what I mean. Don't please.
That's why it's going to be hard for us because we put in 2 hoping we would have twins. And now that we know it's just this one baby girl, we do have at least one more good quality embryo and then potentially 2 others we'd never tested. So I was sick that round, so we don't think that they were going to be good, but we don't know for sure. But I'm like, how do we just leave them in the freezer? Those are our babies. So it's really going to be hard because now we've gotten used to the idea of it might be cool to just be the three amigos, like just us
Think
three.
about it, Maria. Think about how popular cold plunging is right now. So they're cooking it.
Oh my God,
fine.
Kelsey,
they're
I'm
good.
dead. Yeah.
They're cold plunging.
They're
Cold plunging. It's good for their immune system.
I don't know.
So if you want to take them out.
That's a whole other show, but I go back and forth because sometimes I think, I do think, oh my God, my kids are in the freezer somewhere.
Yes.
I also think
My mom used to say, Maria, the babies, they're very cold.
Yeah. And then I think, anyway. Then you think
It's a lot to think about.
It's a lot.
We'll figure it out. But at this point, we're really grateful. We have one coming, and she's doing really well, and the surrogate's doing really well, and we're just so, so grateful.
And we'll do the official gender reveal on Instagram. So, Kelsey, Francisco knows that like between us is one. We're gonna his arm will get lit on fire.
Yeah,
Honey!
Wait, just right. So he knows.
He's game.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's all right because I'll cover him. I told him that.
Right, we're good.
Honey,
But-
you are a sick
No,
puppy.
he's got multiple layers, but just the top layer we just put a little bit of lighter
Pink
fluid.
flame.
Yeah. So. Yeah, no, he just so
Honestly,
Francisco's
We're
he's
having
gonna
a
light
nice
it,
baby reveal,
and
you
then
have to go.
and then the
weirdo.
arm will hopefully go up in flames.
Pink confetti.
Yeah, everything, and then us all like Mo, Larry, Curly trying to put him out, knocking things over.
Honey.
This is gonna be huge.
Yeah.
That's a gender reveal.
That's it.
All right, but look forward to that on our Instagram.
Honey.
Listen, I'm overly plugging. That's at
People
Heel
got really
Squad.
hurt in these things. It's
So
not
that's
funny.
at Hill Squad. They'll get to see Francisco
I
go
can't
up in
help it.
flames
He's
for our
funny.
gender reveal. And then remember, at Gertrude Menounos
Yeah.
will be,
Someone is going to get Gertrude Menounos now.
Well, they should, right? I mean, like, listen, if they want to run it for me, I'm happy to, I'll be providing them the content. Mm-hmm. Every step, no choice for the kid.
Oh, man.
Right.
All right, friends. Well, this has been fun. I haven't done a show with you in a long time. Well, he made me laugh in Hawaii, and he's making me laugh here in the studio. So that's why we'll keep you around a little bit, Boo. And also for the diaper changing and stuff.
Can we also not have the assault of stuffed animals?
No, we're not going to have the assault of stuffed animals.
I'm sure we will. No, because I think that's a thing, right? Everyone
know,
brings
everyone
it. That's
brings
why
a
I didn't
stuffed
get the
animal.
stuffed animal.
But that's why
I want to buy a Pinto instead.
recently I had to bring a baby gift. To Dr. Burke and his wife, and instead I brought them a candle that they would want, and I brought flowers because another teddy bear or another little onesie, what were they going to do with that?
No,
and I already know because I can see.
And he goes, oh my goodness, upstairs. He's like the giant giraffe, the giant this.
We'll be donating a lot of stuff.
Yeah, or it's just people know as a heads up. Just
don't send teddy
just
bears.
come over and say hi. We don't need anything. But yeah, but actually it was a great tip because we brought them something more practical, like a really nice candle that they would use at a time where
and
mom
flowers
is very
that were going to make
stressed.
the mom happy.
Yeah.
And the baby's not going to know.
So that's why I didn't buy little Gertie stuffed animal. Yeah, okay. I'm the bad guy, Kelsey. I go out and buy a
I said to
beautiful turquoise 1978 Pinto
Yep.
with only 55,000
Almost got
miles on
divorced
it.
over it.
But I'm the bad father.
Here's the thing, though.
Who's not thinking ahead, Kelsey?
We're
This
in the
guy.
store. We're in the store.
This
and I
guy
said, honey,
thinking ahead.
I still have the little tiger that my dad got me when I was a baby. And I said, so this is your chance. Do you want to buy your daughter her first baby gift? He goes, no. I go, okay, I will.
You know, Maria, that you're going to be the one being like, Keven, please stop with the gifts once the baby's born.
No.
They're going to be coming home sneaking in bags. Oh, absolutely.
He's going to be sneaking her M&Ms and terrible stuff, I bet.
Well, actually, we do none of the above. You know why?
Because you're a changed man.
Well, no. It will, more importantly, I wish I could say I was changed. No, it will all take away from Christmas.
Oh, good point.
Oh my God, I'm so excited.
How will
for this
she look forward to
Christmas.
Christmas? Like kids today don't look forward to because they get presents all the time.
Little newborn at Christmas.
It's got to try to go back to old school when a toy meant something.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we were kids, you got a toy maybe over Christmas, maybe for your birthday, maybe definitely on Christmas, but that was it year round. You never saw a toy.
I will say I still have my little pillow that my aunt
Yeah, you
gave
do.
me. Mm-hmm. My
Well,
mom put her in the wash and exploded it, but it's fine.
Kels, what do I always say? The less of those things you have,
Then
the more you value.
Yeah.
So, that little elephant
Yep.
is going to be far more valuable because I didn't get something. Just like my Pinto is going to be amazing. Driving to high school.
We're going to wrap up the show now. Thank you, everybody,
Gertrude's
for
little
being
Pinto.
a part of our
By the way, okay, so it's okay.
special
'Cause at
announcement.
Gertrude Menounos, we'll be showing you pictures of
Honey.
the Pinto at Gertrude Menounos. We'll be showing you
we
pictures
shut
of
his
the
mic?
progression for
Can we shut
when
his
she
mic?
hits 16.
Let's
and
shut his mic. Thank you, friends, for being with us today. Thank you for being on this journey with us.
Francisco's already got the
In
bonfire
the meantime,
going.
be nice people, make good choices, and be present.
This podcast and all related content published or distributed by or on behalf of Maria Menounos or mariamenounos.com is for informational purposes only and may include information that is general in nature and that is not specific to you. Any information or opinions expressed or contained herein are not intended to serve as or replace medical advice, nor to diagnose, prescribe, or treat any disease, condition, illness, or injury, and you should consult the healthcare professional of your choice regarding all matters concerning your health, including before beginning any exercise, weight loss, or healthcare program. If you have or suspect you may have a healthcare emergency, please contact a qualified healthcare professional for treatment. Any information or opinions provided by a guest expert or host featured within website or on company's podcast are their own, not those of Maria Menounos or the company. Accordingly, Maria Menounos and the company cannot be responsible for any results or consequences or actions you may take based on information or opinions.